down, lay down, but we're going to move forward and build because God gave us the capacity. Now we need the spiritual tenacity to apply the gifts that he gave us to lift our people up. Like when he told Moses it was going to flood, and when he told Noah that he was going to flood, when he told Moses to get his people out, God said, I'm going to provide you with what you need. And right now we're at our intellectual strength. Our intellectual currency is amazing. We have doctors, lawyers, scientists, financial people, but we have to get out of this mentality that everything that we had was bad and everything new is good. Now our children look at us as though they're strangers and they're orphans in this land that our people helped build. But in reality, our blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, whose shoulders we stand on, are right now saying to us, you're free, now move freely about the earth. But everyone wants us to think that woe is me, why us? But in reality, our children are stronger and smarter. It's just that they didn't get the tenacity and the capacity that God gave us to build our communities. We look at crime, homicide, drug use, single-parent homes. Those are not traits of our people. Those are things that we picked up when we laid down after 70 years of Brown. I come to you and I ask you to go to NAAAUSA.com to find out about our Moses Project, because with the tenacity and the capacity and the spiritual gift that God has given us, it's time that we move our people. We don't have to hate anyone. We love ourselves. We'll build and we'll embrace and welcome all people. Racism is like a dinosaur. It has become obsolete. But Black America can no longer be like dinosaurs and the VCRs and the betas of the world. We have to lift ourselves up. We have the capacity. And I always watch the poverty pimps. Every time we start to move independently, we want to help ourselves. They take us to go back to the table, to the children's table. So we have to eat the scraps when we're welcome at the big table. And we get to the big table about what we can provide for our children and our future. The inheritance that we're leaving the next generation is a disgrace. As I stand in front of this beautiful place they call the Brown versus the Board of Education Museum, the Monroe School, the original school in the Brown case. I tell you again, God is going to frown upon us if we do not increase the inheritance, the knowledge, the capacity, and the next generation's ability to serve and take care of themselves. When we turn our children over to the government, eventually they wind up in the prisons because they have become the fathers of our children. And sooner or later, they're going to call them back home into the correction system. It's our time, our season, right now to move our people forward. And once again, we're talking about the tenacity because God gave us the capacity to help ourselves. We can't put it on shelves and say somebody else is going to raise our children. Someone else is going to build our community. But God has put it in our season, in this time right now, with 70 years of Brown, to get up off the ground. Wipe out that frown. Let's build us a new place, a new town, because our children are watching us. They don't watch what we say, they watch what we do. And right now, all we can tell them is stories and fables about what it was like, when in reality, we have the build right now, the capacity to build what we need. In this 70th year of Brown, God is calling on us to lift our people out. NAAAUSA.com. God is calling us. 70 years of Brown, we laid down. But now it's time for us to stand up and use that spiritual capacity and use that tenacity that God has gave us. My name is Curtis Pitts, 785-304-8547. NAAAUSA.com. 70 years of Brown, we laid down. But now we're going to show them a new spiritual crown that God has given us in 2024. Curtis Pitts, God bless you. Thank you.